What is up, YouTube? This is MPC in here, and today I'm going to be doing a card video. Yes, a video about some playing cards. It's been a very long time since I've last done a video on this particular subject. The last one I did was actually about 2 years ago on the Bicycle Wounded Warrior Project cards. Yeah, it's been quite a while. Alright, before we go ahead and jump into this video, I want to give you guys a very brief sort of, backstory about these playing cards. Those of you who've been subscribed to me for at least 2 or 3 years will probably recognize this brand. And the rest of you are probably wondering, wait a minute, I've never heard of this MPC. Who in the world is MPC? This is actually a company called Make Playing Cards. A while back in like 2012, they actually sent me out a deck of cards for free to review for my channel. Now, because they contacted me to do that review, I did sign up for their mail newsletter, and in September of last year, I received an email regarding a Kickstarter project that they started. And the Kickstarter project had to do with these cards that they were calling Impressions playing cards. I was quite intrigued. The picture that I saw in the email really caught my interest, and it looked really cool. So I decided to check out the Kickstarter, and I was sold. I backed them, and I backed them to where I could get 2 decks, as you can see in front of you. These are the 2 decks that I decided I wanted to get from backing the Kickstarter. And of course, the Kickstarter was actually successful, which is awesome. I'm really happy to have been a part of a Kickstarter project. That just makes me so happy to know that I actually helped get these cards started. I mean, these cards are definitely not your average deck of playing cards. These are quite different, and they're really unique, and I'm very excited to show them to you. Now, their original goal for getting them out to us, should they have been successful, was actually the end of November. They wanted to get these out to us by the end of November. But that didn't really work out time-wise. They had a few manufacturing issues and all that stuff, so they then pushed it to the end of December, and they actually started to get them out by then, and I'm thankful that they didn't actually rush themselves too much, and that they didn't decide to stick with the end of November goal, because I obviously would prefer them get these right as opposed to sending us some that were rushed. So these decks of playing cards that you're looking at right now are what Make Playing Cards are referring to as the Impressions line, okay? Now, they actually do have a few other varieties than just these 2. Actually, I think there's only one other variety. This is the Stealth Edition. This is the Phantom Edition, and they also make another one that looks like a regular pack of playing cards, but it has their Impressions technology applied to them, so they look like normal playing cards at a glance, but when you're actually handling them and get a good look at them, you'll notice that they're actually quite a bit different. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this video off by taking a look at the Stealth Edition. Alright, now before we go ahead and take a look at it, let's go ahead and get this wrapping off of it, and I don't really want to damage this box too much. There we go. Alright, so here we go. Taking a look at the box. Now on the front of the box, you can see here that we've got the Make Playing Cards logo. It's actually having a hard time focusing right now. See, come on camera. There we go. MakePlayingCards.com, there's their website. Touch and feel. Ooh, in fact, if we tilt it a little bit, you might be able to see what's going on here. This is why these cards are very unique. You see that? How that's kind of textured like that? Yeah. And here we've got the Impressions. This is the Stealth Edition playing cards, and just a little white slash. On the right side, if you would like to pause and read about this particular process, then go ahead and do so. This is just talking about the process of making the playing cards. On the top, the Kickstarter Edition. The bottom just has a barcode and some info about them. And the back. You can actually see there's the back design, and that is an example of the front design. Because they actually were successful on Kickstarter, they gave us these golden steals. They gave us these golden Make Playing Card seals. And as you can see underneath it, it actually says it's a Kickstarter edition. But it looks like they actually covered it up with the seal itself. So that's a little bit interesting. There we go. So the seal actually did peel up quite easily. So I actually just kind of reassembled it down here. Here we go. There we go. Alright, so let's check these out. Let's see what we got in here. I've never owned a black deck of playing cards. This is actually something that I've always wanted, especially when I was into Magic. So this is pretty cool. You can see here, this is just a card about them. Make Playing Cards, obviously, by, you know, judging by their name, they are a company that specializes in custom playing cards. So if you want to read about them and the whole sort of process, you can check out this card right here. Just pause the video. That's that card. Let me go ahead and set this in here because the back actually has a code on it that I might want to use. So here's the back design. Very nice, you can see. It looks like a bicycle playing card. You can see, though, instead we have some trees in the middle as opposed to actual bicycler. And, yeah, that's very nice. And let's actually take a look at the fronts. Whoa. There's the Ace of Spades. You can see we kind of have what looks like an air cushion finish. It's not called the air cushion finish. I don't actually think they have a name for it. It's kind of the same sort of deal. It gives it sort of that frictionless ability. It makes it easy to fan through and whatnot. These cards actually feel really amazing. You'll note that this deck, you can just sort of tell, looks a little thicker. Again, that's because, let me go ahead and show you a pip card. Wait. Oh, all the aces are in front. Oh, they have this organized differently than normal. And the reason for why they are actually a little thicker, as you can see, the printing on them is raised like that. Now, before we go ahead and continue taking a look at each of these cards, I actually want to check out the Phantom Edition because I'm actually noticing that these cards are actually incredibly dark, and as a result, they're very, very hard to see on the video. I mean, if I hold it up to the light like that, you can see them, but I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of that, so let's actually focus more on the Phantom Edition. So, let's crack this one open. So no real reason to have that there. And get this open. Alright, yeah, that came open much more easier. So we got the same card here, talking a bit about Make Playing Cards, so get that out of the way. Ooh, now in this case, the actual back, oh dear. So on this one, the back is actually really hard to see. On the Stealth Edition, they're actually very contrasty, but on this one, it's actually quite a bit similar. So, yeah. They both kind of had their uses for showing off the cards. And here we go. This might actually be harder to see looking at this. Wow. I thought the cards themselves would be white with off-white pips. That's actually very interesting. I'm actually noticing a bit of a problem here. Even in real life, these things are very, very hard to see. That's interesting. I don't know if that's like why they're called the Phantom Edition, but yeah, there they are. They're just sort of off-white cards, but the pips themselves are pure white. Can you see that? So that's interesting. And you can, again, see that they are raised like that. The backs, they don't actually appear to have the raised technology on them. They don't appear to have the impressions technology on them. So that's interesting. But amazingly, I'm actually going to put these back, and we're actually going to focus more on the Stealth Edition. Here are the aces. These are really what I want to take a look at right now. The Ace of Spades. You can see it actually has Make Playing Cards branding on it, and there is the design in the spade. It doesn't actually appear to be anything in particular. It just looks cool, which is awesome. And MakePlayingCards.com. It's actually kind of hard to make that out, but that is what that says. And here is the Ace of Hearts. Yeah, I don't think these are supposed to resemble anything specifically, but they just look really cool. There's the club. Ooh, that looks awesome. You can see the pips up in the corners are just normal. And the diamond. Okay, you guys stay together. Now that looks pretty hot. And obviously you can kind of get an idea for what the other cards are going to look like. We have the 2 of spades, 2 of hearts, 2 of clubs, and 2 of diamonds. I mean, you can actually see that all the pips are the same color. Just because we have a red pip doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get a red, like an actual red pip. So, yeah, hearts are still going to be black in this case. I think in the other version that looks like a normal playing card, it is going to be red. In fact, it's going to have normal colorations to it. So let's actually skip to the back here, because thing I'm really interested in now are the royalty cards. So let's take a look at some of these royalty cards. We got the Jack of Spades. I'm just going to sort of thumb through these real quick. Jack of Hearts, Jack of Clubs, Jack of Diamonds, and the Queen of Spades. That's right, the Queen of Spades. Forgot the name. Queen of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, and the Queen of Diamonds. The King of King of Spades. King of Hearts. You can see it does have the suicide thing going on. King of Clubs. The King of Diamonds. In fact, really, they all look the same. They all look like about what they look like. And here we have the Jokers. The Jokers look awesome. They're actually they're inverts of each other. If you look at the center design here, you'll see that this is all filled in. Over here, it's not. That is really cool. I'm a big fan of these cards, guys. They did a really, really nice job in terms of designing them. So, props. Let me actually just grab all these back, and let's see how they shuffle. Alright, so my off-camera Riffle Shuffle was actually pretty decent. You see that? Yeah, not too bad. And I can't bridge at this angle. So yeah, really not that bad. Let's see how it... I mean, you can thumb through them very easily. They feel great. The actual finish on these guys is insane. Like the smooth... How smooth they are in terms of gliding across your hand... In terms of gliding across each other. There's almost like no friction there whatsoever. These things are floating practically. And it actually makes sense because of the fact that the pips are raised. There's very little surface area for each card to touch. I mean, obviously a card like this is going to have more than a card like this, or actually, yeah, a card like this, but you get the idea. That's crazy. Guys, I recommend these cards. Whenever they go on sale, they are a little bit pricey. I don't know what the official pricing is going to be, but they are going to come at a premium price. Don't be expecting these to be like the $5 Tally-Ho deck that you can get, or the $2 bicycle deck that you can get. I'm not going to make any guesses as to what the price is going to be, but I do know that these are going to come at a premium, but it's worth it. I'm going to tell you that much right now. It is super duper worth it. These things are pretty sweet. Eventually in the future I will be ordering the one that looks like a normal deck of playing cards, because I am very interested in seeing how those will fare. I'll probably do a video on those too. This was mostly just an unboxing, and I don't really know if I'll do a review because they're playing cards. There's really not much to review. Again, they just have really nice, really high quality. And here's another look at the Phantom Edition. Again, Phantom Edition. I'm sure it Riffle Shuffles just as well. Actually, this one doesn't seem to glide as well. It seemed a little choppy there. Let me go and let me give this a shuffle. Okay. So just shuffle them up a bit. And, yeah, there they are. Very, very nice. Not a lot of friction to them at all. They're pretty awesome. So guys, I think that's going to go ahead and that's going to do it for this video. Let's fan them. I didn't fan the other ones. That's going to do it for this video. I was going to go ahead and show you guys a quick comparison with the bicycle and some of the original Make playing cards, but I can tell this video is going to be kind of long, and even though I haven't edited it yet, it's going to be pretty long, so yeah, that is a bit unfortunate, but I'll probably do that in the future if I do decide to review these. If you guys are interested in me reviewing them, let me know. Hopefully this video isn't going to be too long. At least right now the raw video is 30 minutes long, so that's going to be fun to edit on my computer. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and adios.